Y'all know what it is.
Yo, this is
the status report.
Come and get it from the source.
Now shit play, you understand me? Cause this is where I'm from. Like that shit, look at you singing it. Penny crash. Yeah, all that, yeah.
I'm not even, no, I don't.
Anyway, so to the left of me, we have the wonderful, the vivacious,
The eye rolling.
the cubic zirconia ring wearing.
I ain't even. Oh yeah. I thought you said rings. I'm about to say I ain't even got them in today.
Yeah, the Christina Dina with the, you know what I'm saying?
Keep it a stack.
That broke ass
Keep
nigga
it a
put a
stack.
ring
Christina
on it.
Zirkina.
First of all, don't do that.
I'm just saying,
don't
both-
motherfucking do that.
He put a ring on both of them. That nigga married you on both knees. Well, you married me. I'm just saying, you know.
Stat, you're going too far.
She knew what the fuck she was doing when she came with them bullshit rings.
I don't give a fuck.
I know
Why do you look at me like I didn't do shit? I didn't say shit. I'm innocent. I'm on your side,
Y'all
Christina.
be so fucking miserable and bored.
Now, your nails is fly though.
Hey, Christina and the motherfucking
I'm on your
building
team,
talking
Christina
shit.
Zirkina.
Listening to these motherfucking two ignorant ass
Them nails
niggas.
is
Go
dope,
ahead.
though.
Hey, thank you.
No, the nails is dope.
Appreciate it.
Would love to get like a picture. Like if a girl got them nails, she could send me a picture of her playing with her pussy.
Oh my god.
Okay, all right, let's go to the next topic now.
Not your hands. I'm just saying, like just them nails. Them some nice nails.
Thanks.
Anyway, my dog, you know, he in that aqua blue today. You know what I mean? That chlorine blue. That's not a Nipsey blue. That's more like a
Definitely not.
Smurf blue.
I'm looking like a Denver Nugget.
I like the one you did earlier.
What'd I say?
You said he looked like a the deodorant bottle. What was
Oh,
it? The secret.
he had the bottle out though. That was.
did.
I didn't even hear that. That is good though.
He
Well
does
done.
look like a stick of deodorant.
You did.
I didn't hear it. No, I held it.
You just want to match your eyes. We get it.
Ooh, she all in his eyes though. You.
Christina hates me. She hates me.
You want to look up at him when you?
Can you not be a fucking piece of fucking shit? No.
Stat.
I am America.
Stanley, redirect,
God
Stanley.
damn, shut the fuck
I'm
up.
a piece of shit. Nope.
The way you look up
Nope.
while
no.
you sucking some dick.
Nah, I eat pussy.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I look up when I'm eating that box though.
God,
that.
he's so fucking annoying. Tip tonguing. Y'all see that weak ass head he got?
Is
Zoom
that
in
what
on
it
that
is?
tip tonguing ass shit. Do it
You
again.
gotta check it.
Do it again.
I'm not gonna lick the mic.
You
And he put the
just-
thing. I'm just, you know. Not
Why
gonna.
you put that on yours?
And why do you make
put
the
condom on yours?
dumb face though? Like
No, because I be talking loud. I had to, turn my shit down. Anyway, we also have the incomparable, the great Chef Zane here. Can we get a clap for Chef Zane? Not to get yeah, that shit will rock. Yeah. Chef, come tell us what you're making today.
So today I'm making Indian coconut curry. Got some basmati rice and some naan, all yummy and plant-based.
Plant-based in your face. Yeah. Hey, yo, basmati. I never knew that's how you pronounce it.
I thought it was basmati.
That's what I've been saying.
Ignorant as fuck.
Basmati.
But she damn near.
That's the
What's
proper way to
what's
say
your
it, right?
nationality?
East African and Indian, so.
Yeah, this her shit.
So that's the proper way to say it.
Basmati.
Basmati.
Yeah, I'm Houston, so.
Bati boy.
Basmati.
Okay, cool. I know we got a bunch
That
of
shit look good.
We got that shit do look.
I say that every episode. That shit look good.
That shit do look good though. When she sliced that bread up. She put that butter on that thing. Let me get my plate early though, man. We're not gonna play with this.
We not playing.
All that bullshit way to the end.
Spoken like a fat person.
Yeah,
for sure.
fuck it. It's not what you are. It's in your heart.
I want mine later. I don't want mine now.
I want mine now. Fuck that. Anyway, we got a bunch of topics, these that we're gonna professionally handle. But I would like to have a conversation before we get started about my hate of strangers. And
What does that mean?
Christina said to me, she said, "Do I hate all strangers?" Because at one point she was a stranger. Mm-hmm. It's not that I hate all strangers, but I just don't like people that I know that I'm cool with. They don't go in stores, open Listerine bottles, drink, pour them in their mouth, and spit back in the Listerine bottle.
Who the fuck did that?
Wait, I don't understand. How is this?
Just let me finish.
Let him talk.
They don't go in grocery stores, open up ice cream, eat the ice cream, put the top back on.
I seen that on the
These are strangers. You know what I'm saying? All the dumb shit that we see and we say, who the fuck did that? I can't say that it's ever been someone that I've been personally cool with that has done that. So when I say I don't like strangers, I know some of you guys most of you guys are strangers to me, but I'm talking about those strangers. Chef saying, put that on my rice. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want my curry and rice fucking. You know what I mean? I don't want them laying next to each other. I want them fucking. Put my shit right on the top.
Sex.
I'm just saying, I want it, boom, right on the top so they be fucking.
She's not really doing it, though.
Huh?
She's not really doing it.
No, that's not
They
mine.
doing it from the
separate,
side.
yeah.
They doing it from
They
the
fucking from the
side.
side. I need my shit right on top.
That's that morning sex right there.
I need my yellow curry busting on my rice. You know what I mean?
Try not to laugh.
All on the rice. That whoop, right on the rice. You know what I mean? Huh? Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah, let me get that.
He said, whoop.
Anyway, but yeah, I just want to talk about. I just wanted to get that out the way because all you motherfuckers going in stores.
She facing up to 10 years for that.
What?
Yep.
For eating some ice cream?
For licking the ice cream and putting it back, she's facing up to 10
She's
years.
a fucking ignorant bitch.
No, but what's the charge, though? Like, I mean, I understand that
being
it's
a
ignorant.
dumb bitch? That's the charge. That's
I forgot what it's called. It's like tampering with something. Let me
dumb
look it up.
bitch charge.
But
Dumb.
10 years is a little heavy-handed.
Man, lock the hoe up. The fuck is you doing?
For 10 years?
Trying to be not 10 years though. But you know what that's about.
Spoken like a true
too.
Republican.
No, what I've never been in a store, even when I was little.
But these are outlier circumstances. You're telling me that none of your friends that are past the stranger point have ever
faces
done
up to
any
20
dumb
years,
shit?
My bad.
Have ever done any dumb shit? I mean, your friends. I know who your friends were when you were a kid.
Dog, we never went in the store, opened up no ice cream, ate it, or
But think of all the other fuck shit that you did.
what? Sold drugs to get money?
What else?
Fuck in the back of the school? Like what?
Malicious act of food tampering.
So you never did anything
Like
criminal
what?
other than sell drugs?
Wait.
That you never shot anybody? You never did any shit like that?
What are we doing on the podcast?
No, I'm just saying, like,
like, what is this?
no, I'm just saying, like,
a rap sheet? God, what the fuck is going on?
but if this is the best example of a stranger, right, doing some dumb shit, that's a pretty weak example because those are outliers. That's not normal shit.
Bruh, I don't want to know. This shit is busted. I don't want to. Can I get something to drink? I got some.
I mean, I will tell you, we probably played basketball for a solid 3 or 4 years before we actually hung out away from basketball.
Yeah, that was on purpose. I generally don't like new people in my life at all. I don't even let people. I don't like that. Because this dude Dapper Dan said some shit today. Not today, but I heard it in an interview, and he was saying that a weak friend is more dangerous than a strong enemy.
Talk about it.
And like, if you got like weak people in your circle and weak people, and you hang around people that go and open up ice cream and do all that type of shit, it's a reflection on who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's like when girls be like, "Oh, I ain't a hoe," but then her fucking best friend is behaving in a hoish way, or a dude say, "Oh, I'm not a gangbanger," but all your friends is not saying hoeing and gangbanging equates to each other. But I'm just saying, you are who you hang around. So if
Strong is the weakest link, right?
yeah, if all your friends are fucking losers, then you a loser. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when you say we played basketball for 3 or 4 years and we never hung out, that was on purpose because it's a vetting process for me to just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna allow somebody to be in my life, you know what I'm saying, as my friend or, whatever. You a mama for real. That's some mama shit. You just reached in that man plate, just got yours. And when you know you
It's
can
a little bit
have
like the
your own
ice
shit.
cream. It's a little bit like the ice cream, actually.
Shut your ass up. No, the fuck it ain't. And that's that on that.
Anyway, but yeah, I just want to talk about that first. Now,
No, it isn't.
y'all can go on what y'all talking about.
I mean, we've been talking about relationships a lot and what constitutes a deal breaker. So I guess both of you guys have kids. And so the question...
You do too, and yours is here.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
But do you feel like, have you guys ever had a circumstance where your significant other had an issue with your kids or just fundamentally didn't like them?
No, I wouldn't even date. I dated a girl and I didn't really like her daughter. And that was back in the day.
And why was that?
I had just bought this X5 BMW. And this little bitch used to always Yeah, I said little bitch. I don't give a fuck. Call me what you want.
This nigga ain't shit,
This
dog. God damn.
This little bitch used to always kick on the back seat. So I remember one day,
How old was she?
8 or some shit.
Oh yeah, you're going to hell.
He don't have no daughters.
She was
Maybe
kicking
that's
on
why.
my back seat.
Shit.
I told her mom, I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, you got to get your daughter with the bullshit. I've been telling her. Y'all be there. I kicked them both out of my car.
On the side of the road.
Yep.
You fucking
It wasn't
lying,
a
dog.
hard rain. It was drizzling though. They both got the fuck out my shit. I had just got that truck. Bitch kicking my back of my shit. I had that new tan leather in that thing. That was before Jay-Z said, X5s is like baby mama trucks. I thought I was the shit. Bitch kicking on my back seat. That's what you talking about. Fuck that little girl.
You kicked them both out. I need to know more about this.
Of
Hold
my
on.
car. Fuck them bitches. Both of them.
What is wrong
I
with
would
you?
say their name if I ain't want to get in trouble. But yeah, I kicked both of them little motherfuckers out. They was walking up the road, hand in hand. I left their ass right there.
You said, so what prompted you to kick them out? Like you was like, tell her to chill out and she was like, no? Or
because I had told her this is a previous thing.
So it kept happening.
And I'm like, yo, like, imagine if you driving and a mother just kicking your chair. The little bitch was fucking with me. The bitch was possessed. I couldn't hit the
Bro,
kid.
she was 8.
She was 8.
I don't give a fuck. I couldn't hit her.
Oh
Her
my
baby
God.
daddy was in jail or some shit.
Did she talk to you after that? Please tell me she ain't talk to your fucking ass after that.
Yeah, she talked to me after that.
And she continued to talk to you after that.
I mean, I mean, might not mean a lot to you, but it's real.
What? Real fucking stupid.
It might not mean a lot to you,
Wow, it's no way.
Why?
A nigga kicked me and my kid out, and I'm gonna continue to talk to you and have you in
was
my
wrong.
life.
You was out of pocket.
That's what I'm saying. No,
Well, that's kind of the thing, though. Like, at what point and I don't think that's abusive on your part. You just kick
that's
them out.
abusive.
Is it?
That's fucking abusive. To not only me, but the child.
How long did they have to walk?
They obviously got to where they was going.
Yeah, you choked. God don't like ugly. That's horrible. That might be one of the worst stories. Well, no, not no. I actually
I gotta tell you.
think about that.
I gotta tell you, the most interesting part of that is that she stuck around after.
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
But it seems like that happens a lot, right? We talked about that a little bit last week. That people in these abusive relationships tend to stick around.
People stick around because she.
Like I beat her ass.
That's still abuse. I think fucking mental and verbal abuse is worse than physical abuse.
Oh shit.
I don't know about worse.
I mean, unless you.
I don't know about worse. I'm sorry, like, I don't know about worse.
You're right. Unless you getting fucked up. Like
Also, there's gradients. Like if you just
Hell yeah,
if you just get smacked up a little bit, then it's okay.
Back like don't, you know what I mean? Then
It's
getting
not a fair
literally
fight.
fucked
You guys hit different, so it's not like a fair fight. Like a girl can.
No,
never,
I'm just saying, like, you can tussle with somebody and you like, okay, this is toxic. We're like, you might have got slammed or something, or like pushed around the room, and then there's somebody who will literally punch the shit full force, man to woman. It is levels. I believe.
So do you think that if a guy, like, let's say you're with somebody, right, and you keep putting your hands on him, I'm just saying theoretically, right? At what point is he justified to hit you back, or is that never?
I don't think it's justified, but I will say, like, if a woman hits a man, I can understand, like, okay, his reflex, like, you know what I mean? You hit me, it's like natural instinct to hit somebody back. You know what I mean? But I don't think anybody should be putting their hands on anybody. I had a problem with that.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Because nobody was talking to you.
Damn, Siri interrupting shit.
Right. Yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was about to say.
I'm just saying, don't hit me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then if you come from an abusive or toxic past, and then you date somebody after that who doesn't do that or doesn't tolerate that, and you go to like do like this or something, then it's like, yo. Some people take that shit serious. Like, don't fucking do that.
I know too many girls that look just like me, weigh the same size, all that. We gonna line that up. We gonna line that ass whooping
We
up.
gonna line that ass whooping
You come
up.
on, you hit me like that, we gonna line that up. I got a couple dollars, got a couple coins saved up.
It be like that. Period.
You gonna get your ass mollywop. We're at the parking lot though, caught up. Oh, she.
It's not like you did this before.
Huh? No.
I mean, it is what it is.
I can't. I'm not hitting no girl. Like, I'm not doing that.
I feel you.
Well, you get to a point where you just remove yourself from certain kinds of situations
Yeah.
when you start feeling that energy coming.
Exactly.
And I think that time comes when you start having You know what? Actually, you told me this once. You said never be around people that have less to lose than you. Mm-hmm. And that's the best advice he's ever given me because it's absolutely true.
That is true.
If you surround yourself with people that have less to lose, then they're going to behave accordingly.
Yeah. But eventually, if I understand it and I get it and I respect it, but at the same time, if everybody followed that rule, then everybody would just be by themselves.
But it's not that difficult. True. It's not difficult. You fuck with people in your tax bracket.
Exactly.
True.
Or higher, right?
But if they're higher, they would be looking at you like I can't be around you.
But not everybody thinks like that, though. But if you use that, if you use that as a rule of thumb for yourself, like I try to. It's not always practical,
right?
But if you use it as a rule of thumb, you have a better chance of ultimately being successful.
Or you treat it as if you cool with somebody, they should realize that if they do some dumb shit, they would lose you. So they do have more to lose if you're the valuable thing to them. Yeah. Do you understand? Yeah. You know, I feel like in my friendships and relationships, I'm valuable to my friends as they are to me. So I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize their friendship, which I think they wouldn't do anything to jeopardize mine. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with that.
I just, in a relationship, it's the same way. So I just think, if you fuck with somebody tough and then you know their parents and shit, like you just gonna beat them up and then got to see their mom and dad, like kind of what you gonna say to their mom and dad, like. How y'all gonna have a real convo after that? You done beat the shit out of Well, yeah, Samantha was on the bullshit. I had to smack that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. I'm not with that.
Do you have, how many of your childhood friends, because everybody doesn't level up, right? Mm-hmm. And so you get to a point in life where you're in one place and the people that you grew up with are in another. What do you do with friends like that? Because I've been thinking about this a lot since the whole Nipsey Hussle shit happened, right? Because in a sense, he stayed around and tried to build and develop a community that was depressed, right? And so he stayed around people that weren't ever going to be on his level. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, regardless of who people think actually ended up killing him.
It's like there's a difference of doing something for your community and the people that you came up with and actually
being there physically.
Being physically there all the time and hanging out. And then involving yourself in conversations and situations that are below where you are mentally. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's different.
The alleged conversation that was going on, right? Mm-hmm. It was below where he was at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't even been a conversation that he should have even been privy to or a part of. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't even have been going on. Because I'm not going to involve myself in them type of talks. But at the same time, I didn't grow up out here in L.A. I didn't grow up in gang culture. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the, the ins and outs. I just know people that are involved. So it's difficult for me to even speak on that. I just know for me personally, I'm not jeopardizing what I have going on.
But that's the thing is, no matter how much love he had in that area, and I used to see, I lived in View Park at the time, and Nipsey was literally everywhere. You would see him all up and down Slauson and Overhill and Crenshaw and Slauson. He was literally there on a daily basis. But no matter how much love you have in a community, some outlier, even if it's just an outlier, is going to see you like you're a fucking chicken drumstick and like they want what you have.
Well, this is the thing. This is what's fucked up. As a hip hop artist, right? And not even just a hip hop artist, an athlete, anything in, entertainment. And you're a black person. I don't know about white folks. Well, but black people. We have this thing where we don't want to be called Uncle Tom or fucking sellout. Mm-hmm. And so we feel like we have to keep it real. We got to keep, we got to be, not just say you in the hood, you got to be in the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to be active. Because you don't want people saying, "Oh, he forgot about us" and all that type of shit. So there's a standard to live up to. Black people, even artists or athletes, we feel like when we make it, we gotta take care of our parents and our whole families. You know what I'm saying? White athletes, and they don't be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I think people want to take care of their parents no matter what race they're.
Nah, dog.
But in terms of
hold up, Phil. Let me finish. Not out the gate. I saw a dude just got drafted to the NFL, literally, and they don't make a lot of money. First thing he did was go buy mom and them a house. Mm-hmm. That's what you do.
How it goes.
You see what I'm saying?
But it depends on where you come from. If you come from nothing and your parents don't have
most white motherfuckers don't do that. They don't just go buy the house.
But if they're coming from a middle class,
they already got one.
That's what I'm saying. No, seriously though, that's the point. That's exactly right. If it's somebody poor that's like from the sticks in Alabama or Mississippi, they'll go buy that same house. It just depends on whether you grew up with money or not. You're gonna make bad decisions if you didn't have shit as a kid if nobody tells you any better or any different. But my point is, like Nipsey,
I think that people,
Nipsey would have never been called a sellout or an Uncle Tom if he would have focused on macroeconomic issues, right? And like the community development, the real estate stuff that he was planning on doing. He was going to raise a real estate investment trust, like $1 billion. And I think he would have got it.
Definitely.
So stay out of. I mean, you can't be personally in the dirt with it.
I think you can.
You can, and then look what happens time and time again. All these rappers, even Boosie said, you get killed in your own city because that's like where people have the most access. I think it's just an unnecessary risk.
I think there is a way to do it. You just have to be okay with not being that accessible. But I also think people thrive and they want not bragging rights, but they want to be able to say like, yeah, I'm here every day. This is my city.
Yeah, but that's the point though.
Area.
I think that's a mistake though, because if you would have raised $1 billion and fucking fought gentrification, the Crenshaw district, and turned the whole shit upside down, that's the legacy. But that only happens when you get the $1 billion. That doesn't happen when you stand on the corner of Crenshaw and Slauson because you still want to be close to your childhood friends because you're putting yourself in harm's way. And I love Nipsey, by the way. So I mean, like, I don't, he didn't know that was coming to him, of course. But I just think he could have accomplished way more.
And then you get this comfort too because he was so beloved where he was from. He was comfortable. And it was the person that did that. Obviously, they had a prior relationship for him to even get that close, and it was something that he wasn't expecting. And I'm sure if he was expecting that, he would have moved a lot differently. He wasn't expecting that.
I also feel like just off of what you just said, you're saying like there was a better way to do it. But you also have to think like you're teaching yourself as you go too. So I don't know.
But he was doing it though. That real estate trust.
And clearly, the guy that did that had some shit going on with him mentally.
Yeah, right. For sure.
Shit was not right with him. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a sad situation, man. It definitely makes people that have influence and finances that come from them areas like really think twice about just like going back and doing what you're supposed to do.
I mean, Nipsey could have ended up being like a congressman or something. I really believe that. Like he could have been.
Scarface and Willie D running for office down in Houston.
On the same ticket, are they running together? Kind of.
I don't know exactly what the.
I saw that though.
But they're running, and Face is like my mentor, so I might have to sign up and vote.
Used to be my favorite rapper. I love Scarface.
He still is, man.
Can you picture yourself down in Atlanta, like being, like doing that much for the area that you were from and being there daily?
No,
like you couldn't see yourself doing that at all?
I don't care about that.
No, fuck them.
I don't care about. I'm not like that. I'm just not. I don't care.
What about you? You think you could still be in Kentucky doing what you?
Look at me.
Who the fuck is from Kentucky?
We're gonna die. He's not from Kentucky. I don't know why he said that. We're dying.
Why are you saying this?
We're dying.
We're also living.
We're dying.
Yes.
To live is to die.
But I got to tell you, I mean, I'm similar. Like what I'm focused on right now, like every deal that I'm doing, they're progressively getting bigger and bigger. And I'm focused on my kids. I want to change my kids' lives.
Go.
Beyond that, I really don't give a fuck.
That's how you change the world.
And I got to tell you though, I think there's this underlying thing we talked about a little bit last week also of like this idea of like this band of white people that all stick together. Rich white people don't give a shit about poor white people, I promise you.
At all.
They hate them.
At all.
They hate them.
They hate them.
They literally hate them. Like you think
I think anybody.
Donald Trump doesn't like people in the sticks in Mississippi or Alabama, like rednecks. He hates them.
Does he like red faces?
Well, what about orange?
That's why
I knew where you're going.
You knew where I was going. You beat me
to the punch, yeah. But I got to tell you, I'm super winning because we haven't talked about my 37th birthday yet. So like,
you're not 37.
Am I turning 38?
No, you're turning 40.
Am I turning 38?
Damn, you're turning 40.
Are you really?
You know, they say 40 is the new 20. I feel like 40 is the new 60, if anything. Not, yeah, it's definitely not.
It's not. Anyway.
Let's get back to relationships a little bit, guys. Do you think, or have you ever had a set of circumstances where you're in a relationship and your best friend is a member of the opposite sex? So it's totally platonic, but best friend is a member of the opposite sex. You guys talk all the time, you text all the time, and it becomes an issue in the relationship.
I haven't had like a best friend, but I've had really good friends who are males. And
did y'all fuck though?
No.
Have you ever had a best friend or like a really close male friend that you had sex with in the past that you've been non-platonic with, and then been in a relationship and that person becomes a factor just because of the history? I mean, because you said you and your daughter's father are cool, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And is that has he been a problem in your relationship since then? Like, are people bothered by the fact that you
Some
guys
people are, but no, not like young. That was like years ago. Not lately. Mm-mm. Yeah, but people are insecure about the relationship because we are so close and we are so cool. And it's like, how can you be so cool with somebody that you used to have sex with? And it's like, we just are.
Well, plus you have the kids together.
Yeah.
You got to understand something.
One child.
It takes a strong woman to have a bun like that sitting on the top of your head.
I fucking hate him. God.
The amount of strength that it takes to withstand, to have that be pulling at the root.
Bro, have you seen these dipshits in LA though? What about these man buns? Have you seen that recently?
Man bun.
That's not recent. That's
What's
old.
a man bun? Dudes with buns?
You never seen a guy like at Starbucks with one of those?
It's not like this.
I don't know where you get your coffee, pal.
A man bun is usually loose, but
Man buns are. I've seen man buns.
But these are
Eerily similar.
No, but don't like. My mom always told me that.
How do we get on this? Are we serious?
I'm gonna go.
We just went from your bun to man bun.
Go ahead. Your mom always said what?
The little honey bun. That's what I call a $100 bill. I gotta get it up. That's the honey bun, huh?
She's so irritated right now.
Busy bee. That's what a beehive be, right up in there. That's where they at. Anyway,
back to the beehive.
What was we talking about?
We were talking about whether
I got caught up in the bun.
Stanley, have you ever had a best friend that was a female that
I've never had
like a relationship?
I've never had a female.
You don't
but
like what?
I have a female that's a friend of mine, and we never fucked. That I'm super cool with. But it was. I think my ex-wife wasn't really too into her as far as like our relationship.
You said y'all never had sex, or y'all did have sex?
No, never had sex.
Okay.
So let me expand the question a little bit then. Do you think platonic friendships between males and females are possible? Yeah. If you're hold on, qualifier, if you're attracted to the person, if you find them physically attractive. No. Yeah, and I agree. And that's the thing is
you should not if you have a friend that you're saying is just a friend, but you're attracted to them, that should not be your friend while you're in a relationship.
Exactly. You need to try to hit the pussy. And if you can't hit it, you gotta move on and get a new friend.
Fact.
Cause like you can't just be what if she down and out, she crying and she bad as fuck, and you holding her.
Bro, and it feels like
come here.
There's a whole subset of masculinity stat. There are these guys that are like the shoulders to cry on or to lean on. Them literally trick their way into it.
That's a play.
It's a total play. I hate that. I have no respect.
The finesse.
I have no respect for these guys. I hate that shit.
It's a fucking wimp move.
Wait, a shoulder to cry on?
No, these fucking emotionally available guys that will listen to all your bitching, complaining about your relationship, and then they're like, "Oh, let me make you feel better. Let me rub your back a little bit."
That's
a play.
Bitch.
Old chicken soup makers.
Chicken soup makers. That is exactly what they are.
You need some soup. One of them motherfuckers.
Let me rub your back.
Yeah, them motherfuckers.
Let me rub your lower back.
Yeah.
And then let me rub your lower back.
I have never.
You know who them dudes is?
Who?
Them the dudes that say, just let me come over and let me just eat it and then that's it. That's them niggas.
Have you ever been that?
Never been that nigga to say just eat it.
Oh, have you ever been somebody's? Okay, so have you ever been?
Listen.
I definitely
so just so you know, I've been somebody's headshot, and it was literally like it's happened to me once in my life.
What you mean, been somebody's headshot?
Wait, what? Like a head jank?
No, I was like the headshot. Like I basically was like it was like a 68 and I owe you one situation.
Oh, you just went and ate it. Well, you white. It's part of your culture.
What the? No, I mean,
time out. Did you do it one time or that was?
No. One time she was like she tricked me. She was acting like it was gonna happen, and then what? She just backed out. She's like, "We're not doing this tonight." And I was like, "I just literally like spent 15-20 minutes
with the sloppy mouth."
And that was it.
Did she come?
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say maybe you gave her a whack ass head and she was like, if his head whacked, then his dick gotta be whacked.
I don't know. I'm
just letting you know how that shit go.
Let's keep it a bean, dog. We don't be knowing when y'all coming tonight anyway.
That ain't true.
I mean, you can, there's some girls that.
You can fake it.
Yeah, there's some girls that got talent.
So you can really fake it well. like on command.
I just don't even understand the
Who
faking
wants to do
culture.
that?
Yeah.
No, but just theoretically, like
I could if I wanted to, but I'm not.
If you like, that's the question though. Like,
The
would you
fake-
I
gas?
love not faking it.
It's so whack.
I think it's like I would much rather know.
Yes.
Like faking it to me is my worst nightmare.
Yes.
Like a woman that can fake it well enough for me to be tricked.
Yeah.
Is my worst nightmare.
It
'Cause
is.
she's
I'm
never
right
gonna
there
love
with
me. You're never gonna love a guy that
never
can't
gonna
actually
love
make you come.
Exactly. It's never gonna be.
And so then you're
anything.
faking it, and so you're thinking that the guys think you have this connection and it's amazing and the sex is
Yep.
great, and meanwhile you're over here faking it the whole time. Like, yeah, right. Don't do that to me. I'd rather know like this shit was trash. Work on your shit.
And
get
as
out of here,
men
like-
get older, when we younger,
Guys think that's
when
taking.
we're young, we're about just fucking getting some pussy and keeping it moving. But as we get older, we're about like trying to be the best at what we're doing.
Right.
So if
I
we
agree with
fucking
that.
with a girl, we want to make sure that she getting everything out of it, and if she's not, it's not like it doesn't make us happy at all. Period. That's just all I mean, all the
agree
dudes.
with
I would rather know.
I will honestly.
I would rather know. Like, don't fake with me. I'm
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Shit, fucking weak. I don't
When
even-
did y'all come across the best you ever had? Like, how
best
old
what?
were you?
I mean, shit. It's
Oh, I mean, I know exactly who the best I ever had was.
Really.
Stat confused. He like, shit, I don't fucking know.
I'm saying, like, what does that mean? Like, what the best
best?
nut I ever bust?
No. Like the best
sex partner.
connection, best sex. Like just the person. When you think about the best shit you ever had, there's not that one person.
Yeah.
For me, there for sure is.
You know off top. Stat confused.
I mean,
I know.
Every time. I mean, I guess me. Shit. Every time I jack
You're
off,
so-
it's awesome.
Leave it to Stat to have an answer to a question that is just.
I know how to do me better than any woman that's done me.
He wanted us to talk about what's too young to have sex, basically.
What you mean too young?
Like at what point? Like
When should you lose your
like with
virginity?
your
What's
with your
an acceptable
kids, for
age
example.
to lose your virginity?
Yeah, like for my daughter, what's an acceptable age?
After
The
high
answer's
school.
After high school.
7, 8.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, hold on a second. Your expectations should be pretty tempered at this point. This man kicked an 8-year-old out of his car.
He did. But
Did she-
goddamn.
Hey,
I'm
listen.
hoping you
And
talk
called her
about-
a B
I'm
word.
hoping you talk
He
about
called her a whole
7
B
on
word.
7.
Hey, yo, listen, man. I think you should start fucking as soon as possible. If it's working, just start to get the jerking. You know what I'm saying?
15-year-olds fucking.
Why
oh,
the
that's
what's up with you in these limericks?
Hey, listen. I'm saying, what are you waiting on? The sooner you do it, the more you're gonna master it. You gotta master.
I thought
this
there was gonna be
shit.
Ryan. I thought there was gonna be Ryan.
No, you
And
should.
people are gonna be pregnant in fucking middle school.
I mean,
Well, no, but
More than
honestly,
they are
but
now.
I'll tell you one thing though. I think that's actually a mistake in parenting, right? If the minute you figure out that your daughter is becoming even interested in
Yeah.
sex, you should put her little ass on the pill. Seriously, like,
Yo,
I
time
mean, I'm
out.
thinking about
How
it.
No,
soon? When
I don't
do
agree
little
with
girls
birth
get
control.
periods? When do girls?
Hold on.
Yeah, I said it.
Hold on.
What she
I
say?
said that. I don't.
No.
agree with birth
Stop.
control.
Stop. I want to hear about this. Don't agree with birth control thing.
Because it's not fucking. It's not. It's
No,
not,
but is it about killing a little baby or like what is it about?
It's
Hey,
like
Phil.
killing a little
Phil,
baby.
Phil, look at that mouth.
Shut. Can you
It controls all the semen.
Your mother's mouth controls all the fucking semen. You cum bucket ass mama.
I'm sure my
Yes,
mama
that your
swallowed
mother.
that
Your
nut.
mother should have swallowed you.
I'm sure. Yeah, she listen.
Thank
she,
you.
She probably swallowed a bunch of my brothers and sisters before I came out. You know what I'm saying? You know what happened? She tried to swallow me. She spit that shit on her shit, and then I was born. I'm a mixture of nut and
Wait,
saliva.
what?
This ain't just raw cum right here. This is a mixture of her saliva and my daddy's nut. She probably poured it in a cup and then she inserted
What
that shit
the
in her
fuck
body.
is wrong
And then
with
she
this
was
man?
pregnant. That's
Commercial
what
break.
came
Do we have any commercials, Rock? Rock, can we get the segue music, please?
out. Nasty bitch.
Wait, who? Okay, hold on. Segue music. Cut it out.
She nasty.
I'm nasty too. What the fuck you mean? I am a product of them. Do you understand that?
Are you nasty or are you disgusting?
I'm
There's a
disgusting. I'm the worst. I'm terrible. I'm
He uses
terror.
a bidet, so
What the fuck is wrong? Here we go.
Oh, here we go with this
That
bullshit.
shit is clean. He doesn't use one.
That's
so
the
you know
one
he got-
clean thing that Stat does, and that's what you want to bring
Wait a
up?
minute.
hold on a
Time,
second,
time.
Christine. You acting like you use a
clean.
bidet.
No, you are clean, but
Yeah, I'm clean. But yeah, I'm nasty though. I'm a nasty clean. I spit, I get it in. You know what I mean? Huh? Rubbing it. That's what, when that shit came out about Drake getting in trouble with cause he, like, the girl, you heard
What
about the
happened?
shit where the girl was suing him?
I haven't heard of this.
me either.
It was a girl that's suing him because apparently she was sucking his dick and he made her spit in the glass and then he poured the spit on her and she was like, they settled for like $250,000 or some shit. You didn't hear about that?
No. So he came in her mouth and she spit it in the glass.
She felt like this. She felt like the head was like obscenely gross, and she's like,
"You can sue for that, bitch. You did it."
And like, but she felt like,
why'd he pay?
Because I guess he ain't wanted in the news. But man, listen, ladies,
you're not
I
settling.
like the sloppy toppy. And if you're down there and you catch a little drip, yes, that is my spit.
He's a lyricist.
We spitting. I'm a spitter.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Spitter.
I don't even know what we was talking about.
Me either. I never know.
Rewind, selector.
We were on What's Too Young to Have Sex, and I don't know how
It's irrelevant.
We went from
honestly, without bullshit aside, I think the moment a woman can have a period and the moment a boy can get hard, they should be understanding about sex. And if they fuck, they fuck. So if you get hard at 11 and it's a 12-year-old girl or 9-year-old girl, she gets her period, I don't mind. I don't care if they fucking.
That's because you don't have daughters. Bro.
Yeah, I was about to say because I can't imagine, and I don't even want to imagine. And can we please? Next,
So if
I don't even want to.
Well, why do people?
No, but actually, I gotta tell you,
girl.
I got no. Hold on a second. Stat.
No, because I don't think you.
I'm totally different though. Like I actually don't like. I think
Look at your
sexuality.
son back there. He came home
No,
like
I think
that.
it's for guys, for boys too. I think we should stop raising the boys to be like these savages and this is acceptable for the boys. No, I'm just saying. You said why are we cherishing the girls?
No,
I
gotta tell you.
of them.
No, so for me, I'm actually gonna raise my daughters and my son exactly the same way.
Exactly.
I want
have
them.
sex?
No. That's wrong. That's the wrong thing to teach them.
Exactly.
I think that they should have like a healthy sense of their sexuality.
Yeah,
They should make sure that having sex is good for them.
Yes.
They should enjoy it.
Yes.
And it should be like a normal thing.
That's what's wrong with girls
when they're
now.
ready.
That's what's wrong with your generation and my generation because their fucking mothers did not prepare them for sex. A lot of them, so they don't be coming. They just be fucking dudes getting none out the experience. They not in touch with their bodies. They don't masturbate. They don't do none of the shit they supposed to do. That's what the fuck is wrong. This shit's supposed to be nipped in the bud when you were a kid. If I have a daughter,
I did start masturbating early,
and that's why your ass get it off every time, right? Because you understand your body.
That ain't true.
Have you been with a dude and the dick ain't good, but you know how to move yourself around and to get your shit?
Yeah,
exactly. Because you know your body. That's what I'm trying to say. So if I
that's getting by though. Niggas ain't trying to get by no more.
But if I had a daughter, right, I'm gonna tell her that. Like I always say, if you're gonna fuck, you gotta fuck up. You fuck somebody that's can do something for you.
That's gonna fuck up.
Yes, you gotta do up. Don't fuck down. And you gotta get something out of it. These girls just be fucking and then they ain't getting nothing out of it. What, just to be penetrated? But you a hoe. You want to just be a hoe? Nigga, just and then I'm over there trembling. You know how we do. Yes. And she's sitting over there like, oh, okay, well, can we go again? No, we're not going again, bitch. My whole soul just left my body. You know what I'm saying?
Soul snatcher.
It's life coming out of me. That's what motherfuckers don't understand. When I bust a nut, that is life. Okay, you know, 34 men can repopulate this whole world. If it was only 34 men and we bust nuts and poured in all the bitches, we could repopulate the world. It's 300 million babies in us. Every time I bust, that's 300 million kids in there. Them sperm cells, I can make 300 million babies.
I don't even know what to say to this. I will tell you one thing.
What is it?
No, listen. I will tell you one thing. It is not scientifically sound.
Yo, Phil. Is it not a lot? What is it?
It's a lot. I don't know the number.
It's a big number, but half of them don't work. Half of them can't swim straight, so they're losers.
Well, guess what? Yeah. We swimmers, huh? We swimmers. You with us? You swam? You here?
Yeah, we got here.
Yeah, we won the lottery.
We here.
So when mom tell me I can't swim, I'm like, no, I can swim. That's why I'm born. A great swimmer. I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, we made it.
I was a little sail trying to get in that egg. Then got in there combined, huh? With her saliva, you know, and it made me.
The semen saliva, baby.
Saliva.
I really wish I could remember being born.
Wouldn't it be amazing?
Don't. You want to see that?
That would be dope, though.
No,
we could relive that.
You know how much shit I talked to my mom about her insides?
Bitch, your insides was fucked up.
You know it's crazy, Mom.
It was warm
Every time you ate that watermelon, shit was crazy in there. You know what I mean? Just like
I don't even know what to say. Like
you ain't allowed to say nothing.
And then you just coming out. Imagine that shit. I don't want to remember being like. I don't want to remember being circumcised because that shit probably hurt. And Rock, I don't care. You can play all the music you want. I'm not changing what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing right now. I don't want to remember being circumcised, but I do want to remember, like, the process. And early on, when I was a kid, it's probably a bunch of bullshit you heard when you was a baby. You know what I'm saying? I remember this one time, this girl sucked my dick with her baby in the bed.
No.
Oh yeah, I've done that. That's
Yeah.
I've done it before.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it was actually not. It was in like a little bedside crib. So that's a little
Nah,
better,
the
right?
baby was right there. She was going in. I'm just sitting there, dog.
So the baby's being rocked
I'm
to sleep.
Hey, listen, I'm out there. Yeah. Your mama,
But you know what else is?
Your
You know what's?
on
You know what's even.
Honestly, at first I was like, no, but then I think it does
I'm a scumbag.
sound worse than what it is.
It's not that bad.
Right.
You know what's even
Because if
more
you have a
awkward
baby
than that?
and you and the baby's father are laying there.
No,
like,
I wasn't
it's
a
like,
baby though. He was probably like 3.
Oh,
Oh, so he remembers.
I don't know. But he
Was he asleep? Oh,
he was asleep.
I mean,
She was sucking my dick. I'm just sitting there.
He's so vulgar.
He on the pillow. Listen, I asked her, want to put him on the couch? She's like, no, he's straight. I'm like, well, shit, I'm straight too. Shit, go ahead on. Out of your business. You know what I'm saying?
She a different breed.
I'm thinking. Listen,
She a
no,
different breed.
Christina, I'm thinking this is like a 7-month-old that's like still kind
Me
of
too. I
incoherent.
swear. When he said baby,
Oh, yo,
I'm
this
thinking baby.
girl.
And if he's saying 3, he was probably like 6, realistically.
Facts.
I'm gonna tell you this girl. Not gonna say her name. Shout out to you. You gonna know the story when you see this because I know you watching. We was at a hotel, man, in Pittsburgh. You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I
you're
mean?
really giving some good hints.
Cause I wanted to know, cause she know what the deal. Got the this why I found out them double beds is useful. She had her girl, her daughter. I think her daughter was what 6. Put that daughter on that other bed. Mom was over there just obscene. It's like the room turned into 2 rooms the way her mama was behaving. You know what I'm saying? It's like
The way her mama was behaving.
it's like she totally got out of mama mode and just came over on some just.
And her daughter was asleep.
And her daughter was right, and then she woke up.
And then what? Did the behavior change back
For
to one?
me, I went Limp Bizkit, you know, automatically. It's something about toddlers that make a nigga dick shrivel up.
Well, I would.
So
That's actually sort of a sign of decency.
I went Limp Bizkit. So she back over there, she butt ass. All kind of juices is on her, you know, because I didn't lace her. She trying to rock her back, you know what I mean? She rocks her back.
No, wait, she's rocking the baby
but
to
she
sleep?
ain't have enough time to wipe off. I didn't lace her, you know what I mean? She comes back after the baby go back for the double love. She still got it on her, you know what I mean? Oh, my youth.
Boy, I don't even know what to say or where to go.
To be a kid again. Shout out to you, girl. You know who you are. Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
I was about to say, I don't know if that was a hint.
Pittsburgh.
Or if that was.
Exactly.
Because he definitely said he does it in hotel rooms. If y'all remember from a couple
I
episodes.
can fly.
Roberto.
I'm gonna segue to that.
The sky. I think about it every night and day. Oh, sorry. Shout out to him. He just got locked up with his nasty ass.
Innocent until proven guilty, stat.
Man, that nigga's a pedophile. He's a pedophile.
He been proven.
So do you guys listen to R. Kelly music at all?
I fuck with his music. I still listen to Michael Jackson.
I was playing.
I don't like actively like go turn it on, but if it's on, then it's on.
I actively turn it on.
I don't.
Why?
And
Because
Michael
I just
Jackson
can't
gets a pass?
I just can't unthink that, like, okay,
Do you know
these songs are literally about, I don't know.
Well,
I just
I work-
don't want to listen to it.
you have had the opportunity to work in the music industry? So I don't know how many people you have been around. A lot of these people are scumbags.
They are. Trust
They
me, I
have
know.
horrible. They are horrible people. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
mean, the people that he was working with, I almost said it. The people that he was working with while he was with Aaliyah, when she was like 15 or 16, are literally like at the absolute top of the food chain.
Well,
right
but
now.
let me let you in on
they're
something.
doing the same shit.
Let me let you in on something. When I was in high school, it was always old dudes across the street waiting to pick up the girls. That's
I
what
ain't
it
gonna
was.
front. At first I was like, when do these guys have the opportunity? Me being a woman, I can say that I have put men in compromising situations where I gave them the opportunity to talk to me.
By lying about your age? Did they
No, I
know
never
you?
lied about my age, but like I would be in a club that I knew I had no business in at 14, 15 years old. You know what I mean?
That's
like,
you lying about your age. I mean, because the
well,
assumption
yeah,
is
technically I
if
didn't
you're
lie to them personally. I lied to the bouncer.
no, but if
the
I'm in a
person-
club, I'm assuming that everyone in there is 21 or over.
exactly.
So what you trying to
I guess
tell
you're
us?
right.
You trying to tell us that pussy got some miles on it?
Shut the fuck up! I did not say that I was fucking with him, you piece of shit.
He trying to let us know that pussy got
No.
some miles on it.
I started having sex late,
That thing need to be
later than most of y'all
that pussy
motherfuckers.
when you
I was
lost
late.
your
I
virginity?
was 16.
You were
I was
16?
late on my birthday.
When you lost your
No,
virginity?
a lot of people that I know were having sex all through middle school and high school. My plan was to have sex in college
But when did you lose your virginity?
in 12th grade.
And so, well, how old is that?
How old are you?
16, 17?
17.
And when did you start
17. I was
masturbating?
17 years old.
When you start masturbating?
It was before that.
See,
Look, you see how she said it was before that.
But see, this is the key. That's why girls need to masturbate, because if they play with themselves, to go back to that early, and they can please themselves, they won't look for that satisfaction from a man because they know how to get it from
So
themselves.
maybe that's what it was, because
So
everybody
you
was
know what you need
like,
to tell your daughter?
no.
Let her touch on that thing.
Oh my God.
What's up?
Remember, this is the guy that told me.
Why is that? My son's jacking
No.
off.
If my thing is, if she tells me that, or if she's
Well, what are you gonna
curious
tell?
about it.
What if you walk in on her? Are you gonna tell her it's wrong?
No, that's what I'm saying. If I walk in on her, or if she's talking about it, or if she's curious about it, then we'll have the education conversation. I'm not gonna say, "Girl, it's about that time."
But and that's
You know what I'm saying?
no
Just-
stat.
no.
I totally agree with that though. Like I don't
fucking
think
weird.
so. You know, people talk about like the introduction of like a homosexual agenda in the media, right? And for me, it's not about gay or straight at all. I just don't think that kids should be hypersexualized at all.
Exactly.
Like let them figure it out when they're ready. And
And
then
then
if they
when
want,
they figure it out, then we can talk about it.
and yeah, and be open enough with your kids where they know they can ask you some questions.
Last time I was around my son, I was talking about pussy.
but my
to tell
parents
him
did
about it.
educate me on it before I came to them. You know what I mean? But they didn't tell
Well,
me
but-
to do anything. But they were like,
So-
okay,
so-
Mama ain't tell
this
me
is
shit.
this,
But
this,
stat.
this,
So
this.
this was like I mean you're giving him advice on what to do, or what kind of a conversation was
I'm
that?
telling him he should always wear a condom. That's what I'm telling him. I say, you know what a condom is? He's like, I actually put it on Instagram when I'm talking to him about it. He's like,
How are you going to give him that hypocritical device though? I mean, advice.
when I was that young, I
Device. I was like, wait, what?
when I
Advice.
was- but he's fucking 12. When I was that young, I ain't, come on, you that
You
young?
were fucking at 12?
No, I lost my virginity at 16.
16. Okay.
I got head when I was 12 though.
Okay.
On the
dad-
bus.
Nah, my dad had a whore. She had her suck my dick. My
you
dad was a
serious?
pimp.
And he said, suck my dick.
Shout
he
out to
said,
him.
suck his dick.
Yeah, it's what it's part of the game.
Were you
dick-
scared as a 12-year-old?
Hell no, I was ready for the world.
Would you have been scared?
Hey, guess what I
How old
did?
were you when you lost your?
Guess what I did?
I was 16.
That's is
Guess
is
what I did as
oral?
a 12-year-old?
What?
Busting her mouth. I've been busting that mouth since a little boy.
Wow.
I remember
I'm starting to wonder whether this
I remember-
podcast is bad for my career.
I remember the first time a girl spit my shit out. I really felt disrespected.
Some guys like that.
No, she spit it out like it was gross. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I was about to say some guys like that, but
To spit it out? Oh, look at she just let us in. What do they like?
First
Mr.
of all,
Nasty?
no.
She let us in. What you spit it back on? Mr.
no.
Nasty ass.
That's not
you
what
do.
I was saying.
What you do?
I was gonna ask you.
What you do, bun bun? What you do, bun bun?
Is having oral sex losing your virginity?
That's not what we asked.
Yeah, we
I'm asking you. I was gonna ask that before. I'll come back to that. But
she not coming back.
Is what?
is doing what he did losing your virginity? Like, did he lose his virginity at 12 or 16?
No, 16.
But it's oral sex.
That's like the Bill Clinton question, right? Like I did not have sex. No, like for me, oral sex is not sex.
Okay, I get it.
It's not
but
sex
it's
to
still
me.
sex. You just said oral sex. I think it's still sex.
It's not intercourse.
I remember the first time I had sex, I couldn't believe I was doing it. It's like an out of body experience.
I'll tell you
That's
one other interesting thing. There were girls when I was in high school that would not have vaginal sex but would have like anal sex to protect her virginity. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
What?
You've heard of that before, right?
Yeah, I definitely heard of that. Duke shoots. Duke shoot
What is
pros.
it? Duke shoots?
They like it in the Duke shoot.
Hold on, did you hear what she said? She's like, Duke shoots?
Yeah, Dookie, the shoot.
Oh, Duke, like Dookie.
Yeah, Duke
Oh,
shoots. What
okay.
you thought it was?
I thought you said Duke shoot.
No, Duke.
Duke.
Dookie.
That's nasty and that's stupid. That's still sex.
I mean, hey, listen.
Anal sex, oral sex.
Well, but
Still sex.
your virginity is about actual intercourse, right? Like,
Well, I mean,
That's still-
technically, if you penetrating the girl's booty, she's
Or her mouth.
technically getting penetrated. Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, it's all going in something. It's just a different hole.
Damn.
But, so I guess you lost your virginity at 12 then. You've turned me around. That's a good argument.
Fuck it. That mouth was nice.
Do you feel like
she probably like 60 now or some shit, right?
Imagine that mouth doesn't have a single tooth in it.
Damn, I got hair from a grandma.
do you know who she is?
I couldn't point her out in the lineup. I don't even know.
No, but what is she? What is she? I mean, you gotta imagine the kind of degenerate.
Oh, Sonny, I sucked your dick back in 19.
Wow, she has Parkinson's now.
She's shaking because she's old.
That's what Parkinson's does.
Well, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I hate y'all. I swear to God.
But imagine the kind of degenerate that would put a 12-year-old little boy in her mouth. Like, imagine what kind of. What does she look
was a
like?
prostitute.
What does she look like?
She's a whore. She worked for my dad.
Was it with the condom at least?
No.
And when did you notice little blisters growing?
Man, I've had a life, man. I don't think, it's not really interesting, but yeah, I've had a life.
Have you ever had an STD?
No.
Yeah, me neither. It's amazing.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky.
She's pretending like she can't answer the question
No,
because she's
I
so
said
busy
no,
over here.
bitch.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know if that's I thought I did one time, but it was like one of them UTIs.
What?
Yeah, had a urinary thing. I thought she burnt me.
You just took some Monistat and
I went to the I went to the actual doctor.
How do they get up? Do they have to call you or something?
Who?
People.
They gotta call me.
You know what's funny though? Like when you actually get your checkup, right? That 2-day period when you're about to get the news.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That is
About
a
to get the
miserable
news?
48
agonizing.
hours.
It's agonizing.
Miserable.
It's
It
worse.
really
It's the
is.
worst. You start thinking about everything you.
No,
got.
I go straight to death. I'm like HIV. That's
Oh, straight
literally
up.
like-
Every time I'm dead. It's a wrap. Every time it's a suicide watch.
Why?
Because
I mean, I
niggas
guess,
is
yeah.
scumbags.
Yeah, because you fucking
we
said
do-
you don't even remember the people that you're having sex with.
Well, it's happened. I mean, fuck it. I got a bad memory.
Do you have a
You
handful
remember
of
every
people?
dude you fucked?
What do you mean a handful?
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Why would you not remember
Okay,
that?
Stat, here's a question for you.
Do you think it? Oh, wait,
Have
real quick.
you had sex with people that you didn't kiss?
Oh,
Before
no.
you answer that, do you have people that you don't remember that you have had sex with? And do you?
He's a guy.
I was about to say. So is that just? Do you think that's a male female thing?
A cool dude that's like that girls like. Yeah, it's our thing.
Nigga said, "Oh, cool, dude."
I mean, dudes that don't get no play don't understand that.
To put it this way,
Wait, what?
sometimes in the
Men
city,
that aren't desirable to women that don't that women don't desire. They don't have choices.
Do you think that there are popular men, cool men, or like celebrity men that do know that rule doesn't apply to?
I mean, some square bears. But
hold on a second. Like if you were to go
probably-
through Stat's phone right now, there would be some numbers with no names but nicknames,
oh, for sure.
like DTLA Thick or something like that, right? So like there's
Wells
girls
Fargo.
No, she's,
Oh shit!
wow,
Oh shit!
that's what we're doing. No, you know what the problem is? I actually really liked her. That's the
Salt
funny
and
thing.
Seal. You remember that one?
But that was not me,
Herbie Hancock.
bro. My back.
In my back. Fist bump.
Oh, we got a visitor.
Anyway, yeah.
Man. But yeah, no, so I definitely, like, sometimes we'll bump into people in the street and I'm like, you look oddly familiar. And then I'm like, oh, I remember you.
That's what I'm saying.
But don't know the name for shit.
It's part of the
So
game.
you remember the face and not the name?
Sometimes.
Hey, yo,
That's awkward as fuck.
I was at a
There's some things you don't want to remember.
I was at a restaurant in Atlanta, and it was a bunch of athletes, celebrity athletes. I'm not gonna say the names because I'm not gonna do that. And they was at a table.
Because I'm not going to do that.
And this girl came up to the table. These are all well-known dudes, and I'm sitting there. And the girl was like, she went to the one particular dude, and she was like, "You remember me, right?" And he looked at her, and he said, "Bend down, bend down real quick." And she bent down. He said, "Keep going down." And she got all the way down to her knees. And then he looked, he had her down, her head was down, and he looked at the top of her head. He's like, "Yeah, I remember you now."
He is a savage.
Why did she do that?
Yo,
Who the fuck goes goes along with dumbass shit like that.
No, she probably didn't know where he was going with that.
We was crying, laughing. We was dying, dog.
Did she leave after?
No, she started laughing. She's like, fuck you. You know, it was cool.
Damn.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
That is hilarious.
I mean, honestly, like if there was no harm, no foul with her, if she laughed it off, then that's cool. But like, I'm just not into like hurting people's feelings like deliberately or shit. Like
she was a dish rag. It's cool. She knows her use.
You are so fucking mean.
Why am I mean? It's dudes that's dish rags too. I just was talking about them dudes talking about them shoulders to cry on niggas. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I
never had that, though.
He's a fucking dish rag too.
Those are definite dish rags. And
awkward.
speaking of dish rags,
baby
speaking of dish rags, I want to give you an update on my dish rag situation.
Oh, talk to me.
Yeah, so my ex's former dish rag made up a bunch of weird shit, filed a police report on me. A bunch of shit that literally never happened.
Did you go in jail? Did you go to jail?
No. There's no jail for me at all. There's nothing to worry about.
That's the thing you put in our group text.
Yeah, exactly. I sent you guys the police report. And
he also sent.
But here's
shout
the
out
kicker.
to his ex-wife that called me a bitch ass.
No, but she apologized for that, and we're good. So.
Okay, cool. It's all love. We back on.
But listen to how fucked up the situation is, because this goes back to your stranger discussion, right? Because this dish rag ended up sending an email both to my CEO and to her HR department.
Wow.
Saying what? He sent
trying to get us fired.
Copy of
trying to get us fired.
But you know what it is? It all goes back to what I was saying. You have to be careful who you allow.
And that's really like
your fucking life.
Does she understand that now?
She does, and I do as well. You just got to be really, really careful, especially when you have kids. I mean, what happens if I do lose my job?
Yep.
What
Her
happens
whole
if she
lifestyle
does?
change.
Yep.
Not just mine, though, right?
I said hers.
Hers does, mine does.
The
I mean, it
kids.
literally could have destroyed our family.
All over some dick. A dish rag dick.
Damn.
No, but it was like a lesson. For me, the lesson was just as profound as I'm sure it was for her, because I just didn't think that anybody would, like with my worst enemy, right? The person that I hate the most on this earth, male, right? I would never in a million years go out of my way to have somebody lose their livelihood, no matter what. I would never do that. I would never get the
I've had
police
people
involved.
do that too.
I don't even dislike anyone that much.
Me neither.
I hate everyone equally the same.
We know.
I don't even care. I don't even care enough about other people to give a fuck to go out of my way to do something to them. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You're gonna die anyway.
But I think we both needed to have that moment where we realized that we have to be much more. And you guys kind of aired me out for it last week, right? Like, you really got to be more careful with who you bring around the kids.
You can't play that.
And without any criticism on the person specifically, but I'm just really starting to see the world actually kind of through your lens, because it just feels like the closer I get to where I want to go, the more vulnerable you become to people's bullshit.
Of course, you're
a target. You're
Yes.
literally a target. You are a litigation target.
Yes, every
You got
time.
shit to lose.
I mean, like the Drake situation is absurd.
Yes, we live in LA. This is the home of litigation. Everybody's trying to come up on somebody else, and then
There's a personal injury attorney on every fucking bus stop.
Yep, and then even like somebody like me, because I have such a foul mouth and I say fucked up shit on a regular basis, and like I'm definitely extra careful who I have around me, because this motherfucker can say some shit and then it's some whole other shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm pretty much isolated, because I understand that of myself.
That's
I
smart,
isolate
though.
myself from people, because it's like I don't even want to go through it, and I don't even want the bullshit.
That's smart. Because you can't have the wrong person around you.
Hell no, I don't even fuck with my family. Most of the motherfuckers, I don't fuck with none of them people.
Why do you think that the music industry hasn't gotten as sort of decimated by the Me Too movement as everything else? And do you think it's coming at some point? Because R. Kelly's not Me Too. R. Kelly's just a scumbag, right? That's like a different thing.
Yeah.
But if you think about what happens,
I think music itself, especially hip hop, a lot of it, the misogyny is at a level that is understood, that it comes with the territory.
So I could
what I do like now is that the women, I love, especially like Megan Thee Stallion. I love how she's basically on her records, come eat my pussy, give me your money, get the fuck out of my house, nigga. I enjoy that, because the tables are now turning, and I think we have the skin and the wherewithal to take that and understand that and hear that and still ride with it, because for so many years it's been, bitch this, hold this. I'm gonna get my money, bitch. I don't know.
There's a lot of men
You know
who
what,
have a
guys?
problem with it though, and I think they need to shut the fuck up.
But it's not even
A
for
problem
for
with
me.
what?
For me.
With the way women are rapping and
Well, look at
and-
Jermaine Dupri.
Well, I don't no. See,
Yeah.
I don't think.
Did you hear what Cardi B had to say back to
But
that?
I don't think he had a necessarily. I think what he's talking about is more mainstream. You know, it's just like it's the whole theory of, you know, when you're older and you talking to kids about how it was when you were in high school, you're gonna always revert back to your era,
Right.
to say that your era was better. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
that's true.
you gotta understand. He came up. Brat was one of his artists.
Right.
She didn't use sexuality as much in her raps. You know, Lauryn Hill was around that time. He's an older man, so MC Lyte, Queen Latifah. It's a lot of these
Yeah.
artists that didn't necessarily use sexuality.
Yeah, they're like conscious women. kind of.
Exactly. So that's what he drew from. So that's where he's at. So he's saying, which is true, the vast majority of female rappers that are in the mainstream use what their sexuality in their songs. But as Cardi B said, which is facts, people, right, like that shit. If
but
they
he
didn't
also-
like that shit, then these artists wouldn't be in the mainstream
he
because
also-
there are other artists
Yeah.
like Rhapsody, you know, Tierra Whack. It's a bunch of girls that can spit, right, that don't get that attention because the mainstream don't want to hear it because a lot of girls enjoy the feminazity. Is that what
Feminazity.
feminazity?
I think
Yeah, they enjoy it. They love the girls dogging dudes out saying,
Right.
eat my pussy, or these hoes can't fuck with me, because a lot of girls, when they put on their makeup, that's how they feel.
I just think Jermaine Dupri could have been more articulate in his point. If he would have said everything you just said, he would have got a whole lot less flack.
I think we have to allow people the opportunity to make mistakes and not
Sure.
jump all over them whenever
Sure.
they say something wrong. We like, it's so much. Every time somebody says something and it's like, and they say the wrong thing or you don't agree, it's like this whole big uproar, and it's
Yeah.
like it's the
You gotta let
24-hour,
people be
48-hour
themselves,
news
like,
cycle.
goddamn.
That man said what he said, and that's what it is. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, that's how you feel. You got to understand where somebody's coming from and what they, like I said, where he grew up in hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
But for me, actually, what I was talking about originally wasn't even about the artist. To me, the people that are the most problematic are the gatekeepers. Like the person that decides which girl ends up in the video. Those are the real scumbags.
But I mean, if you
because how do you get in that music video,
But if you're gonna do that, you got to look at fashion. My mom was a model.
Oh, same shit, but fashion is getting obliterated by the Me Too movement.
My
It just
mom-
it hasn't crept into
like
music
photographers.
yet. Of course.
Yo, photographers.
they
Male
are
and
fucking-
female, they're
they are
predators.
the fucking
They're
worst.
total predators.
Hey, let me tell you
They are
something.
the fucking worst.
Hey, photographers and trainers are the biggest scumbags in the business.
They
Like,
are.
trainers-
But with the,
I ain't gonna
no, but
I
stat.
ain't even
I totally disagree though, because the trainer is not consequential for the career.
Fuck.
Man,
He's
them
not
niggas-
Man, listen.
he is
Them
not
photographers-
consequential for the
Especially-
career. How does a trainer who makes
Well,
$40 an hour have anything to do with her outcome?
Well,
the
no, I
guy, the
understand what you're
casting
saying.
director for the music video decides who gets to go in the video.
I know what you're saying as
Yeah.
far as like her career, but I'm just saying in general on.
Yeah,
some,
there's
like,
total scumbags.
Motherfuckers be fucking.
Listen, when your
everything.
girlfriend trains every day with the same,
he's fucking
100%,
like, for sure.
100%.
That's not always true.
But 99% of the time it is.
Not 99. I don't.
97.
It's
It's
high
probably
percentage.
high.
It's like a 92. That's a. It's an A for sure. It ain't under that.
It's
A.
not, it's not a B or C.
not a B or
It is
C.
not a B or
I
C.
think there's a lot. I think there's a lot of women who will put up with a little bit more shit from a trainer or something, so they can get free sessions and continue to either do whatever.
Sounds
I've
personal.
seen it. No, because I've seen it before. I've seen it before.
With
You
your
know
own
when
eyes.
you know when a nigga trying to flirt with you,
With your
and
own
it's
eyes.
like, okay.
Little downward dog, huh? Little downward doggy style,
But
huh?
I'm not gonna sit here in front like I ain't.
Little
like I haven't.
namaste, huh? Little namaste on it, huh?
Trainers are like that though.
They are, for sure.
But yeah, I want to end with a song. We don't never end with no song. And I cut y'all halfway through. Find me a song. Hold on.
Cut y'all halfway through.
Fuck that. Where my shit at? Ooh.
Your battery about to die.
Nah, I want to end with that song right. Hold on. What is it? Hey, turn me up. That's that Take It Off. It was hip hop today. The South.
know what it is.
Yeah.
The status report.
Let that run, rock. Let that run before we end it, because they need to hear that.
Take it off, bitch. Bend over, let me see it.
Oh, this is my shit, UGK.
Got a V12 Benz
You know this song?
parked outside.
You don't know UGK?
It's UGK.
UGK.
Work something.
Who is UGK?
Yeah.
Making big
Come on, now, you
pay.
got
she been playing with